Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to do how many movies did I've seen of Tim Burton? I know I said that wrong. How many Tim Burton movies have I seen? So yes, I've done one for Johnny Depp. I did one for Vin Diesel, and I this was another suggestion I got from somebody on YouTube. Um how Tim Burton. So yes, if you guys have any more suggestions for me to see, to have a little fun with, and see how many movies I've seen of an actor or a director, you can pick a composer as well. I think composers. There's a lot of composers out there that have done a lot of films that most likely people have seen, and sometimes some people don't even know about it. So with today, we're gonna do Tim Burton. We're gonna see how many movies he directed that I've seen, and I'm gonna do a countdown. I think Johnny Depp was 27 last time. Vin Diesel, I think, was 13. We're gonna see. We're gonna see with Tim Burton now today. We're gonna scroll down here. It lists him first as producer, but we're gonna look at his directing credits. Director movie. There we go. He has currently 19 completed films that he has on IMDb. Beetlejuice 2 is announced. I never heard that officially announced. But okay. So let's start at the bottom here. The first movie in 1985 that he did was Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I'm going to be honest. I have never seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure, at least in full, so I'm not gonna count that. I remember liking Pee Wee Herman when I was a kid, until the whole controversy thing came up. I think he's kind of turned over now. It seems like I don't know what the whole situation is with that, but yeah, remember when I was a kid, I used to watch Pee Wee's Playhouse, and there was another movie they did where Pee Wee was with a bunch of circus folk or something, and that one I remember watching. That one I think was Pee Wee's Big Top Adventure or something like that. That one I remember watching. Pee Wee's Big Adventure, I do not remember watching. That's the one with the bicycle. I remember seeing clips of it, but I never remember seeing the whole thing. So I'm not going to count that one. Even though a lot of people, whenever they talk about it, talk very fondly about it. So maybe one day I should sit down and take a look at that movie. Next up, Beetlejuice. Yes, I've seen Beetlejuice. That's with Michael Keaton, starring as the character Beetlejuice. Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis are in it, as well as Winona Ryder. Yes, I used to be a fan of the cartoon show as well. I don't know if anybody remembers the animated show that they had. Batman. Yes, I've seen Batman, of course. Many, many, many times. Edward Scissorhand, yes, just as I said on Johnny Depp last week, I have seen Edward Scissorhand. It's definitely a classic for a lot of people. Batman Returns, yes, I've seen Batman Returns many times, especially when a new Batman movie comes out. I like having those Batman marathons, so... Ed Wood, yes, I've seen Ed Wood, just like Johnny Depp's video last week. Definitely a movie that I think a lot of people should check out. Especially, like I said, I compared it to The Disaster Artist because it's about a director. It's a true story about a real life director who went out to direct one of the worst movies ever made. That's why I compared it to The Disaster Artist. Mars Attacks. Yes, I have seen it. I haven't seen it in a long time. That's with an all-star cast as well. Like Michael J. Fox is in it, Jack Nicholson, a very young Natalie Portman is in it, Danny DeVito, Tom Jones is in it. So, and a whole Pierce Brosnan. The list goes on and on with all the actors. Glenn Close. It's like a really stacked cast. Like that's one of those movies where you hear about like all these crazy actors in one film. It's pretty nutty. Sleepy Hollow. No, I have not seen that one. And Johnny Depp is in that one too. Yeah, maybe because it's horror. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll have to sit down and try to check it out. Hopefully, it's not too much of a horror. Planet of the Apes. This is the 2001 version. Yes, I have seen Planet of the Apes many a couple of times. Um, I don't think this one is as bad as people make it out to be. This is I guess, the movie that people were first saying, "Uh oh, is Tim Burton losing his edge?" I actually thought he did a good for a movie that was supposed to be a remake of the original. I thought he did a good job at updating some of the stuff from the original, and I thought the makeup effects in that movie were like an upgrade from the original. Because when you watch the original Planet of the Apes now, it does look a little cheesy for the time it was made, and I get it. But yeah, I think he improved on some things. The twist at the end was kind of confusing, but I wish they had followed up on that. Oh well. I don't hate it like a lot of other people do, but I don't think it's perfect film either. Just to put that out there, I don't want people saying, "Oh my God, he likes that movie." It's like, no, I think the movie's fine. I don't love it or anything, but I don't think it's a travesty that people make it out to be. Big Fish, yes, that was a fantastic film. I haven't seen that one in a long time. I know I have it on my shelf on DVD, but yeah, I haven't seen that movie in maybe since it came out. I have it like sitting on my shelf for years, never watching it since. But I remember really liking it. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, yeah, that was the one where I started saying, okay, maybe Tim Burton is losing his edge a little bit. Corpse Bride, I remember seeing it, yes, also. Did I say yes to Big Fish? Yes, I did. And Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, yes. Corpse Bride, yes, I've seen it, but I don't remember much about it. But I remember seeing it, and I remember just not caring about it. Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street. I know there's a following for this movie. For me, I watched it and I did not like it. No, I thought it was a little overhyped, and I maybe because it also carries a lot of those horror elements. So that's probably another reason why I didn't love it. Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, that's my least favorite live action Disney film. So but you know what? Maybe not as bad as I used to make it out to be. I watched it again last year, and okay, it's not that bad, but it's still not great either. For me, anyways. Dark Shadows, didn't even bother with it. This is the first Tim Burton movie. Obviously, aside from Pee Wee's Big Adventure, so far I've been saying all these movies. So, Dark Shadows, I guess, was the first one I skipped on checking out because it looked terrible and reviews said it was terrible. So, there you go. Frankenweenie. Yes, this one I did like, and it was the one where I think a lot of people were starting to turn around and say, oh, okay, maybe Tim Burton still has it. And I agree. That was what I was saying during that time. Big Eyes. I don't think I ever seen Big Eyes. I don't even remember the advertisements for this or anything. PG-13. Scott, Amy Adams. Yeah, I didn't even know this movie existed. So there you go on that. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Peculiar Children. No, I have not seen this movie. Although I did want to at the time because I thought I did hear decent things about it. So it looks like towards the end of his run here, it looks like I was skipping a lot of his films. Big Eyes and Dark Shadows and now Miss Peregrine. Even though that one I actually did mean to check it out. I don't know, but nothing urged me to, like, it's a must check out for any movie fan. So maybe that's why I never got around to it. I don't know. Dumbo, yes, I did. And guess what? I liked it more than Alice in Wonderland. So I thought it was a much more enjoyable remake than that outing. And with that being said, guys, look, I don't know if you can see the number, so I can't, and I wasn't keeping count. So, you know what I got. I don't. How many of these movies did you see? Did you see as much as I did, or did you see less than me, or did you see all of these movies? Are you a die-hard Tim Burton fan where you had to check out every single movie he made, even if it didn't look that great? Look, I'm sure there's even some movies that the director himself isn't ashamed of. Hey, but the fact that he got me to almost watch all of these movies, I mean that I think that shows the talent that Tim Burton has. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe to my channel, and until next time, take care.